new sign I got up there. I'm sorry, I've been away for the whole week. I really needed some time to just process everything that's gone down. But got the usual stuff, the unofficial drink of the channel, like always, the sugar-free Red Bulls. Again, my apologies for taking a break for a week. I needed time to process what happened on Valentine's and what I discovered online. I should really get a cup of ice. Sorry about that, folks. My apologies. Yeah, I needed some time to myself just to process what happened on Valentine's Day. Let me go grab myself a cup of ice real quick. Well, I hope you're all having a wonderful and fantastic day. Again, forgive me, everybody, if I've been off camera for this whole week. I needed time to process everything that just happened. But we're going to talk about her. Because I know there are a lot of men that have gone through this bullshit. And I've been having a lot of difficulty processing what happened on Valentine's Day and what I found online with this girl's YouTube channel. Like I still am in shock. If it wasn't for, first off, I want to say, I want to thank my friends and my neighbors. Last couple days I've been kind of like out and about. Just kind of reconnoitering around here. Last night I was sitting with one of my good friends, and my other neighbors stopped by, and we were drinking up a storm last night, having a good time. And the people have been just so cool with me. This whole thing is still a shock. It just seems like these little tragedies that I go through just won't end. Like, I cannot believe what I saw, what this woman did on Valentine's. Most guys would say, just move on, just move on, just move on. It's not that simple. See, you got to forgive me. It's a little bright out here. Is that bearded cats? How's it going? By the way, if any of you are new to the if you guys are new to the channel, you guys want to help out, you can subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and check out my eBay store. The link is in the description box below. I'm still getting eBay orders. I did list some stuff again. Whatever eBay orders are out the door, I did list a couple jerseys and some more stuff. I did sell a jersey recently, and another bunch of cards, but I wanted to get into reviewing again and start all over, because since Christmas time up until this point, everything's been going fantastic. Right out of the gate in 2026, I thought everything was going to go well, and then all of a sudden this happens, where this one right here has been seeing another man. And I should have known when if you saw the thumbnail of this live stream, it's very shocking. You look at him, he looks like Frankenstein. He looks like Frankenstein. I'm not the cutest, most handsome guy in the world. Not the most muscular. I don't have a ton of money, but, you know, I have my pride and my dignity. And if the man that I saw in the YouTube short that was attached to that photo that I found, you gotta be kidding. And I knew something was wrong because, you know, she was here a couple times. And I cooked for her. I do like what I would do for anyone. Try to take care of her, I cook for her, all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, you know, I'm like, come for Valentine's, come for Valentine's, come for Valentine's. And she never answered my messages back. And then I started to get a sense that something was wrong. And then she sent me this meme on WhatsApp, which if my family is watching this and my friends on WhatsApp, I did restore my WhatsApp account. But, you know, she sent me like this teddy bear meme along with a meme that she made with the two of us. And I thought it was cutesy. But then something was off because then all of a sudden she wasn't responding to my messages. And I kept telling her, come here for Valentine's, come here for Valentine's. I had stuff for her here. Flowers, candy, all that good stuff that I did on the down low. You know, and I was going to spring it on her. You know, and then I see she's got this really tiny YouTube channel. And there she is with an image of a man with his arms around her with a big bouquet of flowers. This woman right here. I hope she's watching. She probably is. Shame on you. You know, this thing that's been going on for the past 15 or 16 months. You know, my father dying and money being stolen out of my bank account twice. My buddy Wolf passing away. I mean, I almost lost my home because of that knife-wielding psychopath. And thank God that resolved itself, you know. You know, thank God the relationship between myself and certain people has been restored, you know, at least for now anyway. You know, but I feel pretty alone and isolated because of this. Like, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. Why? Why? I decided, you know, for the past week, I took down the channel's avatar, I took down the channel's banner. You know, I've been taking some time to myself. You know, last night I hung out on the other side of the property there with a good friend and a good neighbor, kicking a soccer ball around with some of the neighborhood kids and all that, which was a lot of fun. And kids could run around, let me tell you. I did it again, my Mjolnir's backwards. I'm paying attention, I just noticed now. Excuse me. You know how I can tell? Because the skull is facing inward, it's supposed to face outward. Anyway, it's been very, very difficult for me to process what's happened. It's very difficult for me to process this. This isn't fair. It's not right. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me check my phone here quickly. I'll be back in a second. Just stay put up. Sorry about that, folks. I want to print out copy of that image for all of you to see. And of course, the chat is down again. What else is new? Is new? What is happening? I don't know if you guys can hear me. Just give me a moment. I'm having problems with the live stream on my end. There we go. All right. I was having issues with my camera. I had to stop the app and start it over again. Every time like I deviate away from YouTube's app, it just crashes. So bear with me here 1 second. Again, I apologize, everybody. Give me 1 moment here. I don't believe it. Like, even holding this image right now, I can't believe it. This is right from YouTube. And I'm going to grant them the dignity of not showing their faces on camera. So I'm going to do a quick edit here. Fucking believe this. If you were to see, you know, I'm going to block her face, but I'm going to show you him, and I want you to look at him and then look at me. Look at what this guy looks like. And if the YouTube short that because somebody responded to this thing, and it looks like the same man. If you look at this man, look how fucking ugly he is. He looks like Frankenstein. Look at him. Look at him. He looks like fucking Frankenstein. And yes, that's exactly what that man looks like. If that YouTube short that I saw attached to that, if it's the same person, he is that fucking ugly. Look at him. Look at this. Look at this. I'm so tempted to just crack open another beer like I did yesterday, but I did my fair share of drinking with my friends and neighbors yesterday. I really don't want to overdo it because it's so beautiful outside. It's 83 degrees on my patio right now. I just want to enjoy my Friday. But look at this. That's the image I found of her with his arms around this woman that was supposed to be my new girlfriend. And this is what I get in return. This is why I took a break from YouTube for a week. Unreal, folks. It's not fair at all. Everybody's got the green going today, huh? Yeah, hanging in there. Got my YouTube thing going. Yeah, I don't want to be inside today. It's too nice. I agree. Amen to that. Yeah, everybody's out and about today. Gorgeous. Well, on my patio, it's 83. Down there, it's probably a little cooler, but it's gorgeous. This is not fair. Look at him. Look at this. I should embarrass her and show her face on camera that I had this woman in my home. Everybody has been saying it. You know, in a lot of ways, I think a lot of people are kind of, you know, even my own family, my mother, you know, she called me twice today, and I just didn't feel like talking because I know my family, they're screaming for me to go back to New York. They've been screaming for me to go back to New York. It's a very, very tough time for me right now. Like, I can't even begin to explain it, what this feels like. You know, I've had people over the years do some really fucked up things to me. Look, if you guys have been watching my channel and you experienced what I went through last year with my father passing away and what this one girl did, you know, put me in jail for no reason. Meanwhile, she's here illegally on a fucking passport. And then had me put in jail because I refused to leave my home. She would get angry if I had people at my own home, on my own patio where I paid rent. She claimed that I had a gun, pointing a gun at people out here on my patio, which is, that would never happen. The leasing office is literally right there. They would have seen that. And the people around here, I know almost everybody. If not, I know everyone. I know every square inch of this place. You know, my reputation follows me wherever I go. You know, if my downstairs neighbor needs a hand or gets into trouble or some advice or something like that, she always calls. You know, yesterday I sat on the other side of the property with some, you know, good people having a good time, running around with the kids, kicking around the soccer ball, just to kind of like get my mind off of things. That's why I took a break from YouTube for a week. I took down my avatar. I took down the channel's banner. I needed to breathe. Like this is horrible. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him and look at me. You know, he looks like Rocky Dennis. You know who Rocky Dennis is? Look at him. He's fucking Frankenstein. Look at him. That's what he really looks like. If the YouTube short that I saw that was attached to this video is the same guy, and then you see all these videos here on YouTube of women bitching, moaning, whining, and complaining why men don't want to date. This is why. I'm going to be 50 years old next year. I work hard to take care of my health. I eat healthier. I try to make better financial decisions, even though I'm in a little bit of pickle right now, unfortunately, but that's more business related than anything else. You know, because this is tax time and paperwork has to be done. I got to crunch the numbers with the expenses and everything. I mean, I got time to do that. You know, I've worked very hard and sacrificed a lot and have gone through a lot. And to have these continued betrayals and letdowns of fucking people, it's like a vicious cycle. It never seems to end. And then, you know, a lot of people out there wonder why grown men collect Transformers, for example. Why grown men? As a matter of fact, I got my Nike SBs right here. I had to give them a cleaning because I was running around with these last night and got mud on them very foolishly. I shouldn't have wore these in hindsight, but, you know, I got them all cleaned up. Even though I didn't want to repaint the mesh, I did my little mesh paint my repaint. Forgive me, guys. I'm just a little overwhelmed emotionally right now. So I did the repaint on the mesh. That's what I meant to say. And clean the suede a little bit. The suede may look dirty. That's just because it's nice and soft. I had to get a wire brush on there to soften it up a little bit, because I put a little stain remover on there and used a suede eraser. And they came out really, really nice. But as much as I really didn't want to mess with the mesh, I decided, let me give the mesh a repaint anyway. So they look like they're brand new, sort of. But it's just like, it's not fair, man. You know, I mean, I'm grateful that I've been having good company around me these past couple nights, these past couple days. 1 or 2 days, I just didn't feel like hanging out with anyone. But like, this is fucking awful. Look at this. Look at him. That's what this is what she's been doing behind my back. Look at this fucking creature that she's with. That's what he looks like. And of course she blocked me on WhatsApp. That's why I took my WhatsApp account down. It's only because of my family I restored it again. But look at him and look at me. That's what she chose. And that's not something that she made up, because that's a real guy. I saw a comment attached to this photo, and I clicked on it, and it's him. He's an ugly, pointy-headed fucking Frankenstein. I bought flowers for this woman. I bought her chocolates. I still got steaks I didn't cook yet that were meant for the two of us. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this. This is Valentine's Day. Look at this. She made all kinds of excuses why she couldn't come and see me. I'm working, I'm too far away, it's late. I knew something was wrong. I've learned to hone my instincts these days. I've always denied my instincts and always denied my experience. When it comes to human people are not that hard to figure out. When it comes to language, when they're trying to do an end around you, when they're being dishonest and won't be fucking pragmatic and be straight with you. Tell the fucking truth. It would have been better off if she said, I don't want to see you anymore. And I would have dealt with that. It would have been fine. Instead, this is what I get. That's what I get. I'm so tempted to show her face on camera. And forgive me, I got the sun beating down on me. I'm so tempted to show her face on camera. Why? Why? Why this? Why? Why? Look at him. Valentine's Day. What I had. That's why I'm grateful for days like yesterday. I had a bunch of orders over the past week. And I want to thank everybody that's been supporting my eBay store, by the way. I had a lot of orders this week. I had 2 more that I walked over to the post office today. I'm still negotiating prices for that Barry Bonds auto. But now, from what I saw with Topps Chrome, there are even more Barry Bonds autos out there. So what do you think is going to happen? It's going to devalue the paper flagship autos. So I know I'm not going to get what I'm asking for my auto. I already had people sending me offers for $700 to $800 for that card. It's a 8.5 from SGC. I know I'm not going to get what I'm asking for, because now there are too many Barry Bonds autos out there. And mine is one of a few that are graded. There's only one PSA 10 of any of the variants. There's in the Topps flagship, the paper flagship, there were 2 variants. There were the Giants and the San Francisco. And I think mine is the San Francisco. but it's a base San Francisco. All of them come back 7s, 8s, 9s. There's one PSA 10 that I'm aware of. I think it's an orange out of 25. I'm not sure. It's because they're cut so badly and so off center. Like I knew when I pulled mine, it was off center. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, I've been keeping myself as occupied as I can, as busy as I can. And then, you know, when my friend said, hey, you know, come on by and hang out, I loaded up my backpack with, you know, about 2/3 of the beer I had in my fridge. And we sat out there, and another one of my neighbors joined up, and then the kids were outside kicking the soccer ball around. And, you know, and today I'm kind of like, you know, I'm burnt out from yesterday. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Why? Why? This monstrosity, he actually looks like that. Look at him. If there are any women watching this, look at that creature. She chose to go behind my back with this. Look at this. He looks like one of those Disney Pixar parody cartoon characters. That's how he really looks. If the channel that was attached to the comment that I seen is true and that's the same guy, I can't fucking believe it. He looks like a Home Depot day laborer that you hire to mow your lawn for the day. So fucking, it's sad. It's sad. I wanted to review those new jerseys I got. I got 4 orders of Transformers. I ordered for Studio Series Shockwave now. Missing Link Ultra Magnus is supposed to be shipped at the end of March. I got the shipping notice. I ordered for Power Glide. And I ordered for Skywarp. I'm probably going to pull the trigger on Thundercracker as well, in the Studio Series. You know, I still got a whole bunch of stuff on it as far as my backlog is concerned, but it's just, it's one thing after another, after another, after another. And here's an example of a fucking liar. A cheater, a fraud, a liar. Oh, I'm working. I'm too far away. Hurting my eyes. The problem is I can't see my phone, but I can see nice. I'm so farsighted right now, it's ridiculous. I missed the comment down there. You know, I agree with all that stuff. I mean, like I said, I took a break from YouTube here for about a week since this happened. I took down the banner, I took down the avatar, I deleted my WhatsApp account. You know, it just sucks because I use that WhatsApp account to, you know, connect with my family. You know, my mother called me twice. It's a shame, like, you know, how much more can one guy take? After what I went through last year with losing my father, with the death of my dad, and what happened with this woman, having to go to court and defending my good name, of course, it was all thrown out and I was acquitted of any wrongdoing because nothing happened. And then all this other shit. And I thought after Christmas, yeah, I needed a break. This is just me coming to terms with it. I want to get it out of my system. You know, I disappeared for a week because I just didn't want to be on social media. You know, I needed a little time to just, you know, let it go, you know, because there's so many guys, like even in the last couple live streams that I did, that, you know, can relate to this topic and relate to this subject, because guys like us don't ask for this type of shit, this type of behavior. It's like, it's so, you know, there's no conscience, there's no, like, do these women realize the fucking pain and suffering that they cause? That if they don't get their way, this is what they're gonna do? Look at this. This looks like a fucking freight train ran over his face. Because of this. The female. And I know I'm not the only one dealing with this stuff. Today's men, us guys, certain guys that, you know, listen, it's been a hard, long road for me over the years to get to this point where I don't have to answer to a boss. I don't have to push and shove my way into a subway car to get to work for a job that I don't like or care about. Getting into artificial competition with my fellow employees because they're trying to kiss the boss's ass. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You know, I'm fully in charge of myself. Not many people can say that. I don't have $1 million, but I have it where it counts. You know what I mean? I run a small business out of my home. I'm making pretty decent money. And I deserve better. And a lot of guys feel like that. A lot of guys are like me, where it's just like, you look at these women, you know, they're always on TikTok, they're always on fucking OnlyFans. All they care about is showing off their asses, showing off their boobs. You know, they care about their high heels and their tight jeans, but God forbid a guy like me wants to watch a baseball game. Let's just say, oh, that's too much of a problem. If I have friends over, she gets jealous and insulted that I got friends. And then she'll go out, you know, on a girls' night, trying to find affirmation from strangers and looking for compliments from strange guys. This is what they do. And it's fucking devastating to a guy like me. I'm very traditional, very old school. But this, look at this. Come on, camera, look at that. On Valentine's Day, this. Look at him. It's a shame, because I had a couple girls that you know, I kind of flirted with. You know, if I'm doing my post office runs or my baseball cards, or in Walmart or in the mall or what have you, but I never, you know, once I dedicate myself to somebody, that's it. And like that she's the one. Or at least, you know, I try to make her the one. You know, and a couple times she came here, you know, I did what any man would do. You know, I opened up my home, treated her good. And she goes with this on Valentine's Day. You know, I asked her so many times, come to my place on Valentine's Day, let's go out. You should have, I'm telling you, I should have, in hindsight, I really should have taken photos, because I don't like to talk smack unless I can back it up with facts. I really should have showed you guys what I bought for this one. Teddy bears, flowers, candy, the whole spiel. Like any man would. I had steaks in the fridge ready to go. Man, I had a whole thing that I was going to cook for her. And where did I get... Where did it get? That's why today I set up shop out here. You know, I did see my friend with her granddaughter out there running around. I didn't want to bother her when she's with the little one, the little squeaker. And my other neighbor I was with, you know, she's running around doing her thing, so kind of like just deflating. That's why I'm like, you know what, maybe I should talk about this just to get it out of my system. This way I can get back to doing what I do on the channel. get back to doing my reviews. But you know, just I want all of you to know that, like, you know, whenever you see YouTube content creators creating this false reality that everything is okie dokie, no, it's not, man. Not everything is sunshine and rainbows. It doesn't matter how big your channel is. There's always something that throws a wrench in your gears. You know, and over the past couple live streams, I didn't realize how many men there are like me who have been dealing with this. And I'm at that age, you know, I'm not a little kid anymore. I'm going to be 50 next April. When is enough enough? I work real hard to take care of myself, man, and get the bills paid and everything else. This is what I get. You try to be chivalrous, you hold the door open, you compliment them, and I get this in return. Look at this fucking gorilla. Look at him. He looks like something you would see in a glass cage in a zoo. I'm sorry, I take pride in my looks. I'm not the most cutest, most handsome, most square-jawed guy out there, or a Chad, a Tyrone, or a Juanito. But I take pride in myself. I don't smoke cigarettes. I may have the occasional beer. I don't smoke marijuana. I don't pop pills. I'm a stay-at-home guy. But it's because of this. Why? 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 I feel sorry for fellows that are going through what I'm going through right now. Valentine's Day. Imagine, it would be so much worse if this would have happened during the holidays, during Christmas. But I was already going through enough. Finally coming to terms with my father's death. Coming to terms with all the other things that happened last year. Well, if you don't like it, Auf Wiedersehen. Take care. Or I'll save you the trouble and block you from the channel if you don't like it. My channel, my rules, my conversation, period. But this is bullshit. Look at this fucking meathead. Look at this meathead. This is why I want everybody to listen very carefully. Why do men collect baseball cards? Why do men collect toys? Why do men like me collect jerseys? Why do we collect sneakers? Why do we have all these distractions? Because of shit like this. That's why I have my eBay store. At least it gives me something to do. It gives me something to fall back. I feel sorry for a lot of you guys. A lot of you, except for the one or two knucklehead, you know, brainlets that are out there, many of you have experienced this yourselves, and you've commented, you know, in some of my live streams and videos when I brought up this topic. It's not fair to us. These women command and demand fucking everything. What do we get in return? You get this. Look at this fucking creature. He looks like, I'm telling you, he looks like a Disney Pixar fucking character. And that's how he really looks on camera. Because of this fucking creature. And women like her. And I'm going to say it now, any woman that cheats on a man deserves breast cancer. And deserves to give birth to a retarded child. That's how I feel. I'm not apologizing for it. And if the feminists don't like it, it can go fuck themselves too. It's not right. Yeah, you're gone. Goodbye. Go fuck yourself. Take a hike and kiss my fucking cock. How's that? Dumbass. Take a hike. See, when you see people like that come into the chat who are completely fucking delusional, that is a person who probably kisses the asses of women and would allow them to get away with something like this. Fuck that. You can't let these women get away with things like this. I should show her face on camera. I'm going to grant her the dignity of not showing her face on camera. That's what this crumpled up piece of paper is right here. Fucking ass-kissing simp. Ass-kissing simp. This is bullshit. Women that cheat and spread their legs open for multiple men and have plan Bs deserve breast cancer. And I'm not apologizing for that. Fuck that. And any woman that does this to a man deserves everything that's coming to them. If they got raped in a fucking Walmart bathroom, they probably deserve it. If they're a woman who cheats. Fucking simp. But to the rest of you who are actually normal, I think to the rest of you who are actually normal, I hope none of you ever have to go through this stuff. I hope none of you ever have to experience this sort of thing. Well, you're gone too. Ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Take a hike. I don't need simps. I don't need simps coming over here trying to control the narrative. I treated this lady nice. I treated this woman nice. Like every woman that I've ever known, I treat ladies like ladies. I treat them like they are queens. But then all of a sudden, oh, I'm working. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm too far away. And of course, all the feminine male simps are coming into the chat because they're used to kissing women's asses. You know, a lot of these simps, you know what they are? They're like bondage gimps. They like having a woman ram it in their rear ends. Real men don't. Real men don't. Especially a Frankenstein-looking fucker like that. Take a look at that creature. Ass-kissing simps. I hope these women get breast cancer. That's what feminism has done to women. Feminism has done this. It's bankrupted women. Feminism has completely bankrupted women. Can't treat them nice. They just want, all they care about at the end of the day is this. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. That's all you are to them, is a fucking wallet. That's all you are to them. And all these simps that kept coming into the chat, and I know there's going to be more, it's the internet, that's how it works. They're so used to kissing their women's asses, they have to literally bow down to them, because if their woman leaves, if they have a woman, they won't have anybody else for a long, long time. And how many of them have I had so far? I don't have enough fingers on my hands to count. You're another one. Ciao. Ciao. Goodbye. You simps should just fuck off. All you simps need to go. You know why? Because I'm a traditional man. The man runs the house. The man pays the bills. The man sacrifices. Who invented the automobile? Men. Who invented the cell phone? Men. Who invented the chair? Men. Who invented the camera? Men. Who invented clothing? Men. Who invented medicine? Men. Who invented sports? Men. Who invented baseball? Men. Who invented open heart surgery? Men. Who invented reading glasses? A man. Who invented the typewriter? Men. Who invented running water and plumbing? Men. Who invented electricity? Men. Who invented airline flight? Men. You fucking simps, ass-kissing simps, get it by now? Who invented construction? Men. Who invented wood cutting? Men. Who invented paint to put over that to change the color of the wood? Men. Who invented the light bulb, which is over my head? Men. Who invented ink? Men. Who invented jewelry? Men. Who always dies in our most bloodiest, horrific wars? Men. What kind of deities do we all worship? Doesn't matter if you're Catholic or Christian or Muslim, it's always a man. It's always a man. Men die out in the battlefield during war. Here we go again. Same fuckers. Same ass-kissing simps. You know, sometimes, you know, with these little homo boy simps, you know, with the purple and green and yellow hair and the fucking piercings and tattoos, I guarantee against a guy like me, it's easy to be on a computer, but one-on-one. But anyway, I gotta watch because this is what certain people out there are looking for. They want to see me get riled up and angry. I'm not going to grant them that opportunity. There's a lot of these ass-kissing simps that are coming into the chat right now. You know, they probably have them. Shh, don't say that, because if my woman hears that, she's going to leave me. And it took me 15 years to get this one woman. And I won't be able to get another one, man. Stop talking, shut up. And that's what they do. That's what these simps do. And thank you to those that keep hitting that thumbs up, because you know I'm right. At least men like me know I'm right. And this is not to bash every woman. It's cheats like this. Do you asshole, look at, I'm speaking English. I know I have a bit of a New York accent still left in me. Do you understand what the term infidelity means? Cheating, going behind somebody's back. Do you know what that means? This person is wrong. The female. Assholes. Ass-kissing Simpson. This is why men these days don't get married. This is why men don't trust women. Women always have a fucking backup. Always. Their nature is not that hard to figure out. This is a liar and a cheater. A liar and a cheater. And I don't have to explain myself to a bunch of low-life fucking beta males. And that's why many of us have hobbies. That's why many of us, you know, we work on our cars, we work on our hobbies. You know, like when you fellas, even some of you ladies, again, it's not all of you. Why I work on my shoes, for example, to keep my shoes looking nice and pristine. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll even do the little thumb clean, like the kids do sometimes, you know? Because you need to keep yourself occupied. You need to keep yourself busy, because these fucking women today are just awful. There are multiple TikTok videos. Oh, why do men always collect Transformers toys? Why do they collect, you know, baseball cards? Well, because of you. Oh, Canadian. Well, that explains everything. Actually, no, it's you that's awful, because, well, you've got that word Canadian in your profile, and Canadians are the biggest homos on the planet. You know, that's why South Park makes fun of you, buddy guy. So what's it like being part of a communist society in Canada? That's why nobody respects Canadians. Canadians on the entire planet have no respect for anyone. Canadians are the biggest pushovers on the planet. I should get with her sister. Now that's a comment I could respect. Oh yeah. Now that's a comment I'm gonna leave alone. That's something I respect right there. Yeah, it's bullshit, isn't it? The simps are coming out of the woodwork because they got the one girl that they get on their hands and knees. Oh my God! Please don't let my woman that I love and worship hear that because it's the truth. And these guys go, oh yes, dear. Yeah, guys fuck up once in a while, but we are not pushovers. We are not pushovers. We are not meant to be taken advantage of. And I know I'm not the only one. Feminism has completely ruined women. This fucking thing. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm working. With this? Look at him. Whoever gave birth to this man must have been 400 pounds because his head looks like an eggplant. His head literally looks like the eggplant emoji. He does look like this in real life, by the way. With this? Are you fucking kidding? You should get with her sister. Brother, I couldn't agree more. And I guarantee most of the simps that are in there, they got the black fingernails and the septum ring and 9 piercings in each ear. Even though I got one since I'm 16 in high school. You know, I'm now 50 years old, you know what I mean? It's lost its meaning. It doesn't mean anything anymore, like George Carlin used to say. I got too much pride, man. I probably spent over $200 and something on fucking candy and everything else. And then she would send me messages, oh, I love you, and then send little homemade videos of the two of us together kissing, making like little meme videos and stuff like that with the two of us together. You know, and again, like I said, I'm not picking on every woman out there. Not every woman is evil like this. There are traditional women out there who are dedicated, who are feminine. Yeah, a woman doesn't have to clean toilet bowls and be a house slave. You know, we got strong women and they earn their right. And they've earned their place, man. You know, like I'm impressed when women drive race cars, you know what I mean? Like the guys do. Even when I was in union construction, I actually trained a couple female plumbers. And they fucking ran circles around some of the guys because of their macho pride, all that kind of shit. I'm impressed by certain women that are able to do certain things. You know, if you can play and hang with the boys, I'm cool with that, man. But don't give me that fucking bullshit where women can just fucking do whatever they want, when they want, how they want, without consequence or rules. This? Seriously? This. You know, if I gotta do like what I did the last time and flex for these simps, just my rack of jerseys that I have is probably about $5,000 or $6,000, maybe more. Some of the baseball cards I got are thousands of fucking dollars. But that's not the point. It doesn't matter what you have, it's who you are. You know, I'm the type of guy that would pull out a chair for a lady, let her sit down, open up the door to my car. You know what I mean? Let her sit down in the passenger seat, open up my front door, let her walk through first. Pull out her chair at the dining room table. That's a traditional man. That's what I do. That's who I am. hold her hand when she's walking up and down the steps, especially if she's wearing high heels or something like that, because she's trying to look pretty. Oh my God, you two basic human being things. Can you actually formulate and articulate English in the proper? Because what that sounds like is this. That's one thing I pride myself too on, is my intellect. I may fuck up some sentences and words here, but that looks like that's a Kamala Harris word salad right there. OMG, you two basic human being things. What is that, Chinese? Yeah. You make a stir fry. Very, very sad, folks. Oh, wait a minute. Is that like is that Star Wars fucking thing? Of course it is, probably. Well, what is that? I'm trying to see it. Can I see who this is? I don't think I can. You know what? Fuck it. Goodbye. The one who is a Neanderthal are the ones that don't accept their fucking traditional roles in society. Stay beneath me, as you should, my now nuked friend from my chat. The true Neanderthal are people like you who allow this type of shit to happen. It's people like you that go out in the streets rioting. It's people like you that diddle little kids. And who's always out in the middle of the street with a fucking bullhorn? You guessed it, 400-pound fanny with a fucking bullhorn.
Who streets? I streets. Who streets?
You know, squealing like a fucking sow in a farmhouse somewhere. But this is a Neanderthal. This is a guy with a bank account, runs his own business, has a whole collection of $200 and something shoes, has a whole shirt rack of $100 to $200 to $300, in some cases $400 jerseys, $60, $70 hats, with the exception of a couple eBay repros, but who's counting? With shelves and shelves and shelves of collectibles. I bet you Simps don't got that. This is not normal behavior. This is not normal in our society. It should not be tolerated. It doesn't have to be tolerated. You men have every right to speak up about this bullshit. My days of proving myself to people are long since over. That's why many of us get into collecting spaces. I used to make fun of guys that collected Pokemon. I'll be honest with you. I used to make fun of guys that would collect toys and collect Pokemon and all that kind of shit. And now I see why. Why I talk about toys and Transformers and all that stuff here on the channel, because this shit, because of this. And this is going to be the last time I talk about her, by the way. Scrape her off. like a pile of bird shit on the handrail that I'm looking at right here. This, I have every right to be angry and disappointed and let down. That these fucking women are out of control. They're completely out of control. Every day I turn on YouTube and I see Cosmic Verse, for example, is one of those channels. Alpha Male Central. You see all these pro-men channels with the way these women talking and yelling and screaming and all that kind of stuff, losing their shit, talking about their body count. This, really, it's not right. It's not right. It's fucking devastating. It's heartbreaking. It hurts. It's awful. It's sad. Even in the Bible, it says it's a sin to divorce. It's a fact. At least that's one thing I'll say. There's a lot of activity. Everybody's out today. You know, my eyes are kind of going here, there, and everywhere because, you know, it's just a beautiful, gorgeous day outside. It's Friday. I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to cook me some pasta or make me a steak or just default to a turkey sandwich. This shit. In a way, I'm glad I found this out before things got too deep. Imagine if this woman moved in with me, or I married her, and then I saw this. I don't know how people today cannot have a fucking conscience. So the latest girl I was dating, which is why I took a break from YouTube for a little bit. And again, I want to thank my friends who have been keeping me company these past couple days. You know, hanging out last night, kicking around a soccer ball with the kids there, and sucking down a couple. I mean, I'm really grateful to my friends for helping me, like, kind of get through this. You know, sadness turned into depression, and now I'm kind of like trying to get myself over it now. But you know, I was dating this girl. I covered her face up, and I found this image right here on YouTube. You know, we were talking. I had her here a couple times. You know, I wined her, dined her, cooked for her, sent her home with food. Try to treat her like any man should treat a woman. Try to treat her like I've treated every woman that's ever been in my life. But these fucking women, it's never enough. Of course, the simps will come into the chat because, you know, right now their lips are crazy glued to a woman's ass cheek. You know, and I for Valentine's Day, like, I prepared for her. You know, I had stuff here, teddy bears, flowers, chocolates, the usual. And then all of a sudden she cut off contact. She wasn't answering my messages or anything. And then I get like this, I get two little, I don't know if they were TikTok videos or something that she made on her phone. It was a little video of the two of us together with her sitting on my lap. And then the second one had like 2 teddy bears or something like that with hearts on them. And then I go and look, and I discovered her YouTube channel. She has like a very small YouTube channel. And I see the teddy bear video on this channel, but then I look and I see this. An image of a man with his arms around her with flowers in her fucking hand. It sucks. Oops. It absolutely sucks. It absolutely sucks. It's an awful feeling. It's an absolutely awful feeling. But of course, you got the ass-kissing simps, you know, the trolls. You know, they want to, you know, of course, it's the internet. They want to see a guy lose his mind, you know, do all that lolcal shit. You know, be like a DSP or whatever the fuck these people's names are. Yeah, this is a Franz Beckenbauer jersey from the New York Cosmos. I actually have I had to throw a couple of them away, unfortunately, because some of them really got screwed up over the years. So the numbers are peeling and cracking, and they get sticky after a while. So I had to, unfortunately, throw away a couple of my jerseys. There was no saving them, which is kind of good because it clears some space on my rack for future stuff. But I mean, my guys, Bayern Munich, they're doing great. They're playing tomorrow. You know, they moved into the Champions League quarterfinals, which is awesome. The World Cup is going to start soon. I mean, I'm not a big fan of MLS or anything like that. But, you know, preseason baseball is starting soon. We got the World Baseball Classic coming up, so I'm looking forward to that. But this shit, these fucking creatures, our society allows this to happen. When feminism gives women a green light for child support and alimony, and they can spread their legs open and do whatever they want with whoever they want, I really should show her face. I really should show her face. Oh, I'm busy, I'm working, I'm too far away. And then I discover this. Yeah, you're busy, all right. You're busy spreading your legs. I can't believe this. Little fucking whore. And every woman that's like her is nothing but a cheap fucking whore. Every one of them that's like her. And every woman, I hope God listens to my, and I don't like wishing bad things on people, but if she got breast cancer, I couldn't care less. She deserved it. That's God's divine intervention against women like her. $200 and something of shit that I purchased for her for Valentine's Day. I think Thursday was the last time I saw that stuff on WhatsApp. You know, I deleted my WhatsApp account. But I put it back up again because, you know, that's how I contact my family, how my family stay in touch with each other. This is fucked up. Look at this. There's no forgiving this. I can't forgive this. There is no forgiving this. If she were to pull up right now and beg and plea on her knees, I probably would call the police on her for trespassing. There's no forgiving this. There is nothing on the face of this planet that can make me forgive this woman. Or any woman like her. Or any woman throughout the course of my life that I've had to deal with this kind of shit. With women that have ex-boyfriends that fucked up their wiring and then they take it out on you. Or they refuse to leave mommy and daddy. Oh, I got personal experience with that one. Because their parents can't read or write English. They're not fucking crippled. But they have to be with mommy and daddy. So who's more important, the father of your kids or mommy and daddy? It should be instantly the father of your kids. Or women that falsely accuse you of things like what I dealt with last year. That I had to go to fucking court and get a lawyer and everything to defend myself. And of course the charges were dropped. It was, again, I forgot the term. I forget this fucking term. Without, there's a term for this. I said it the last time. Whatever. In other words, it didn't go in front of the judge. The judge didn't even bother to look at it because there was nothing there. And this is when my father died. That my lawyer said, this sounds more like this woman is taking advantage of you because of the turmoil of you going through with your dad's death. I showed the airline tickets to fly up there. You know, I mean, I even got one of my father's mass cards sitting right here. And I had to deal with what I dealt with last year because of a fucking female. For nothing. And then people wonder why men default to becoming house hermits. And they don't want to go out to bars. They don't want to go out to clubs. A woman can accuse you of SA at any time. Or make up shit about you at any time. Or cheat on you. Spread their legs open like it's the fucking Holland Tunnel. Look at this. This will be the last time I talk about this subject on this channel, as far as this is concerned. Unless somewhere in the future it happens, man, I've got to get back to my reviews, get back to just being me again. But this is not fair. This isn't fair. I didn't deserve this. There's no fucking narrative. There's no justification. There's no logic that can explain this. There's no it's Friday, I should order some takeout. I'll go to my favorite Chinese restaurant or get some Hungry Howie's. I got plenty of food at home, so that's like a waste of money. You know what I mean? Like, right now I'm having a blatant dichotomy with my thought process for tonight. You know, it's like the song would go, should I stay or should I go? Bum, 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 bum. My brain is telling me go out there, get some fresh air, take a walk, do something. Or do I just stay here? I got some basic St. Patrick's Day decorations up that I printed on my printer. I didn't feel like spending money. You know, God, even for Valentine's Day, I had this whole place decked out in red and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not doing that for St. Patty's or Easter. You know, I got more ink cartridges coming, so worst comes to worst, I just print me out a couple more St. Patrick's decorations. Worst comes to worst. This fucking sucks, man. This is awful. No matter how many no matter how many of these fucking beta soy boys and who pronoun feminist assholes try to create a false narrative, there is nothing ethical or moral about this. Cheating is cheating, period. There's no narratives, there's no discussion to be had. There's no forgiving this. There's no forgiving that. There's no forgiving that. And I truly understand a lot of you men out there who are like me that have to go through all of this bullshit unfairly. It's not cool, it's not fair, and it's not right, especially if you work hard, you got your shit together. You want to live a good life, an honest life. If you go through the fucking meat grinder like I have, with all the stuff that I've dealt with, I deserve peace. I deserve peace of mind. I deserve better quality of life. Like I cleaned my patio recently, you know, threw out some stuff. Been selling my, you know, other things on eBay like crazy. Just to put the extra money in my pocket because I can. You know, I got a lot of bills coming up, especially between now and my birthday. Tonight I really should, I should just go out and get some takeout and say fuck it. It's not cool. It's not cool. There's no narrative, no justification. There's no excuse. And there's no forgiving. Look at this fucking turnip head. He looks like a Disney Pixar cartoon. There's no forgiving this. There's no justifying this. There is no forgiving this. It's not right. It's just not, it's not fair and it's not right. These fucking women, they don't want the good guy. They want a knuckle-dragging Neanderthal like this. And if they don't go for something like this, they go for the Chad, Tyrone, or Juanico. There's no excuse. There's no forgiving this. I hope she's watching. Because the world is going to see you for a cheat. You are a cheat. You are a cheater. You are a fake. You are a liar. And you are a fraud. Women have no right to lead a man on to believe something that's not true. Period. And I want the whole world to fucking see. Look at him. His head looks like it was pressed. It looks like it's been ran over by a fucking truck. I'm sorry to the rest of you guys that are out there that are going through like what I just experienced. Because like I said, after this live stream, that's it. I'm done. I'm getting right back on track, talking about my baseball cards, my jerseys, my sneakers. You know, as much as I didn't want to, I did give my Nike SBs, you know, the repaint on the mesh just to keep myself busy. I gave them a nice clean on the suede just to make them look nice, presentable, just to give myself something to do. I got a bunch of stuff for sale over at my eBay store. Hopefully I make some sales this weekend. I might treat myself to takeout tonight. I got my little radio, my Bluetooth radio sitting right there. I still got some beer left in my fridge. Maybe I'll crack one open. So I just don't feel like doing that today because last night like I said, we got good and shit faced. A couple of us last night, so. These fucking women can just do whatever they want. They can do what they want. They cause all this fucking damage. It's not right. 50, going to be 50 years old next year. There's really not that much more to say, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the evidence is right there. Right in my hand. Take a look. Cucumber head. Fucking cucumber head. Look at this fuck. Frankenstein looking motherfucker. He literally looks like Herman Munster. That's what he looks like. He looks like fucking Herman Munster. Compared to me? I'm not the cutest guy. I'm not the most handsomest guy. I don't have big muscles and all that kind of shit. I'm not a Chad or Juanito or a Tyrone. But this Herman Munster looking motherfucker, this is what she fucking went behind my back with? I can't even look at this anymore. It's Friday night. It's 82 degrees up on my patio right now, according to my thermometer up there. Again, I'm very sorry to everybody, for the turn that this channel has taken. This is not the direction I want this channel to go in. But I'm like many of you. Many of you are dealing with all sorts of crazy shit and nonsense like this off camera or, in your personal lives. You're not the only one. We don't deserve this. And hopefully after I get this live stream done and it's out of my system, hopefully I get back on track. But this just makes me guard myself that much more. It makes me not trust. It doesn't motivate me to want to try again. It's fucking awful. It's awful. It's just awful. I should just go get Hungry Howie's or some takeout or Chinese food today. I really don't feel like it. I don't know what I want to do. Alright, again, folks, especially to you fellas out there, you know what I'm going through. I understand you more than you know. Missing link figures, ready to roll out, blah, blah, blah. I think that's from Entertainment Earth. Yeah, I got some pre-order. I'll get into a little bit of hobby talk here. I did order for, or put in my reservation for Skywarp, Studio Series Skywarp. I'm probably going to pull the trigger on Thundercracker, Studio Series Thundercracker. I did put in the reservation for Power Glide. Missing Link Ultra Magnus is going to be shipped out at the end of next month. That much I know. I got the email. I ordered for Studio Series Shockwave, but that's not going to be released until like September or something like that. So, I still got them jerseys I got to review. If I can just, muster myself to do it. I've been paying attention to what's been going on in the hobby, like, the Pokemon YouTuber, I forgot what his name is, had his apartment robbed. His home was robbed. Somebody ransacked his apartment, which is frightening. So, well, when I start getting quiet, that means I've pretty much reached the point where I don't know if I have anything else to say about this issue, except that, you know, it's a shame where we are today. It really is. It's so sad. It's a very sad state of affairs. I can't believe what I saw. Very sad state of affairs. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get back to doing my reviews here on the channel. And just try to get away from this. I don't think I have anything else to say, folks. I think I've tapped myself out. I hope none of you have to deal with a thing like this. You get your hopes up, you get emotionally invested in somebody, all the signs are there that you think everything's going to go okay, and then all of a sudden on a drop of a dime, just like that. Blows up in your face. It's not right, folks. That's it. I don't know what else to say. But that's where I've been for the past couple days. I took a break from YouTube. I needed to think. And hopefully I'll get back into the swing of things. But I appreciate your time and patience, everybody who's been, you know, watching this stuff unfold. You know, it's not easy, you know, to cut myself down the middle and then bare my soul to the world. It's just, you know, I know I'm not the only one dealing with this kind of crap. It's like one thing after another, after another, after another. You know, and to a lot of you guys, especially you guys who are out there, you know, I get it. I get it. When you're dragged through the mud, treated like shit, all you want is just peace and serenity in your life, and you can't find it. Because this fucking world has become so disgusting. The people's behavior is so outlandish, so out of control. It's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. That at this age, I'm about to be 49 years old, at this age I'm still going through this type of shit. Shit people. That they want to put their bad behavior and their bad actions on you. It's like all them pieces of shit that were in the chat earlier, why they all got nuked. Well, one, it's the internet, so people out there really don't give a shit because they want their Rubik's Cube to play with. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be entertained. We all need to laugh. Ha ha ha. But at the end of it, man, this is the reality of the fucking world we live in. And a lot of things that I see on YouTube and on TV, a lot of it is true. And I've been going through shit like this for years. And it gets to a point where it's like, man, I had enough. Just want fucking peace and quiet. I want honesty. I want people to be fucking truthful. I don't want people to put their fucking blame on me for their bullshit. And then, of course, people will accuse me of being a narcissist. No, the fucking world at large is awful. People suck. heartbreaking. It's devastating. You know, like when the kids are outside and they ask me, hey, come play soccer, come play football, come play soccer. Or, you know, let's play catch like I did with the kids out here a couple weeks ago. You know, I love that kind of stuff because that's who I am. Hanging out with my friends and neighbors, breaking balls and telling jokes. Sitting up till hours of the night, having a good time, listening to music, laughing, having a simple life. You know, in that aspect, at least I've got people in my life that I'm very, very happy to call friends. I have like this cut on the inside of my mouth here. But it's just this was a shock. Well, I'm kind of dragging this on more than I have to. So thank you everybody who, you know, who's been watching this drama unfold. You know what I mean? It's been very, very difficult on me. Because right now I'm in that period. Every time I see a couple holding hands, I wonder how honest the two of them are with each other, you know? You know, and I see a lot of guys here on YouTube talk about the same thing that I am. They're fed up. They're so tired of like getting their hopes up. That they want to settle down, they want to relax, have a good life. Very difficult. It's very sad and very depressing. And it's a very lonely feeling. Very lonely feeling. Well, with that being said, I'm going to end this live stream right here. Again, I'm not picking on all women. There are some asshole guys that are out there, yes, but nothing can justify it. Getting cheated on. Nothing can justify it. There is no justification. And it does fucking hurt. It does hurt. Well, let me see how I feel in the next couple days. Maybe I'll do some content here, but for right now, I still need to kind of like calm down a little bit and get over this. Try to get past me being angry, but it's like a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare. Enjoy your Friday, folks.